Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at my personal favorite top 5 guns inside of Call of Duty Mobile Season 3. Now, as well as showcasing these guns in this video, I will also be giving you guys my personal favorite loadouts for these guns so that you can use them to the best of your abilities. Now, just before we get into the video, make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure also to go ahead and check out my 20,000 subscriber montage. It's super well edited, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. Also, Bobby Plays recently just tweeted for people to send him links for stuff to react to. So if you guys could just quickly visit Bobby Plays Twitter and just, tweet him the link to the montage, that would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, if we just take a look at the honorable mentions for this video, as you guys can see on screen right now for the hardpoint shipment gameplay, we have the ASM-1010. Yeah, this is the new skin in the battle pass, and I think the iron sight is really great for the skin. And the ASM-10 is also a great gun as well. So the gunsmith that I'm going to give you guys just for this honorable mention is going to be a gunsmith that is built more for longer and medium ranges. However, in my previous video that I did a couple of days ago on the ASM-10, I gave you guys a gunsmith that you can use at close range to compete with SMGs, basically an AR that can compete with SMGs. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, just go to my recent videos and you'll be able to see that. But yeah, the ASM-10 is a great gun, and it's been at the top for a couple seasons. However, this season, just due to the introduction of some new guns and also buffs of other guns, I feel like it just isn't as good as it used to be. So I'm going to be putting it at the honorable mention spot. Alright, so coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the DLQ-33. However, you can also replace this with a Locust or an Outlaw or something like that. I feel like with the snipers, it's mostly just personal preference. And personally, I do prefer the DLQ just a little bit more. I feel like it just feels a little bit better this season. In previous seasons, I did prefer the Locust, but maybe that could just be a change in preference over seasons. I don't know if it's, the gun actually, the Locust got nerfed. I don't think it got nerfed, so I think it was just me changing preference. However, the DLQ is definitely my favorite sniper in the game right now. It's super fun to use. And as you guys can see, I've got the diamond skin on right now, so I think it looks absolutely amazing. But yeah, as I said before, you can use stuff like the Locust as well. This DLQ loadout, it's basically all ADS speed, just because damage at range, ADS plus for accuracy, all that type of stuff doesn't affect snipers at all. I think it does affect the Outlaw just a little bit, but it does not affect the DLQ and the Locust. So obviously you want to go all out ADS speed on this gun. So that's basically what I have for the loadout. Yeah, as you guys can see, I'm kind of popping off in this game. Yeah, the DLQ, man, is just super great to use, and I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and try this loadout out if you haven't already. But yeah, that's the DLQ at the number 5 spot. Alright, so coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the DRH. Now, a couple seasons ago, when I was competing a lot in the COD Mobile Pro scene, I would use the DRH like a tremendous amount. The DRH was just my go-to gun, and I still feel like it is a great gun today. However, I just feel like with some buffs of some unnamed guns, I'm not going to name them, but just a hint, they're going to be later in the list. But yeah, with some other guns kind of going up, I feel like the DRH hasn't really improved, and it hasn't really deteriorated either. So it's kind of just remained around this number 4 spot for quite a while now, and I think I'm okay with it. The gun's pretty good, but I don't feel like it's broken, just because the time to kill can be a little bit slower if you hit leg shots. So OTM mag only affects upper body shots, so I feel like this gun's pretty balanced. The time to kill is pretty unbalanced if you can hit all upper body shots, but obviously that doesn't not happen all the time with everyone. So I reckon this gun doesn't really need a nerf or whatever. You can nerf it if you want, but I don't think there'll be too much of a problem with it. But yeah, this is still used by a lot of pros in the pro scene, namely Bolu. I still think he uses this gun, but yeah, I can't blame him. It's a really great gun to use, and definitely deserving of a number 4 spot. It's just that some of the other guns on this list are just a little bit better than this gun, and can be used in a more versatile way, and they're just sort of better overall. Alright, coming in at the number 3 spot, we have the newest gun inside of Call of Duty Mobile, the PP19 Bison. Now, while this gun may not have the craziest time to kills inside of this game, there are some other aspects of this gun that make it absolutely crazy and very, very viable inside of both ranked and competitive Call of Duty Mobile. First of all, it has a 64 round magazine and it's an SMG. Keep that in mind. I'm currently using a large caliber ammo on this gun and it's got 64 rounds and it's an SMG. Secondly, it has a great iron sight, and that is very, very important because bad iron sights can put you off a lot, and I think this gun's iron sight is just absolutely perfect. It's got great movement speed, it's got great ADS movement speed, it's got great ADS speed. It's just so great to use. The reloading time for a 64 round magazine is absolutely crazy as well. It's like if an AR was living inside of an LMG, and that LMG was living inside of an SMG. That's literally what this gun is. And the only place that it lacks, and the reason I haven't put it higher on this list, is just because of the time to kill. But every single other thing about this gun makes it absolutely amazing. And I definitely recommend you to grind for this gun, or just use this gun if you've already got it, because trust me, you will not regret it. This gun is just insane. But yeah, that's just going to be the PP19 Bison at the number 3 spot. Now, coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the Man O' War. Now, the Man O' War doesn't get used as much as it used to. However, it is still being used by quite a lot of toxic kids in ranks. And it does get really annoying because the gun is still broken, has not been nerfed significantly at all, and still maintains an insane time to kill and insane damages at quite a lot of ranges. So, Man O' War is still insane, and it's definitely still viable. The main disadvantages of this gun, however, I would say are it feels really bulky, but I mean, that's kind of a given because it's an AR, but it does feel a little bit bulky compared to the number 1 spot, and it also does feel, you know, a little bit slow, you know. It's got a pretty slow ADS speed, pretty slow movement speed, all that type of stuff, and yeah, I mean, you kind of do have to deal with it if you want to get the the fastest time to kill, but sometimes, you know, it just gets a little bit annoying, especially since there are better alternatives, and I'm not going to name them, but they will be coming up at the number 1 spot. But yeah, the Man O' War is super great to use. As you guys can see right now, I'm rocking the Industrial Revolution skin. I think this was Season 3 ranked reward, so this was quite a while ago, over a year now, I think. But yeah, I remember being really excited when I got this skin. But yeah, I think that should just be the Man O' War coming in at the number 2 spot. Alright, so coming in at the number 1 spot, we have the QQ9. Now, I'm pretty sure all of you were expecting this because the QQ9 is absolutely crazy. I'm pretty sure it can 4-shot at close range. And keep in mind, it has a really fast fire rate as well, and pretty good damage as well. So this gun all round, I feel, is really great, and it's definitely viable at medium ranges as well. The recoil is basically all vertical, so it's super easy to control. The hip fire is also great on this gun. The iron sights are great. You can get all different types of iron sights. You know, you can get the one from the battle pass a couple seasons ago. You can get the default one, which is great as well. And finally, you can get I think the QQ9 melting point, and I know a lot of people love that iron sight, but whatever iron sight you're using, all of them are great. It's got all the perks of an SMG, which I've really been missing, you know, for the past couple seasons, and yeah, finally they've buffed an SMG, and it just feels great. Everybody in the pro scene is using it. Everybody is using it in ranked. Everyone's just using it everywhere. And it's getting to the point where it's so insane that people are starting to ban it from competitive Call of Duty Mobile. So I think that gives you an idea of how insane this gun is. Yeah, and just how good it is overall. But yeah, I don't find this gun too toxic, because it's kind of like an SMG, you know. If someone was using like a Man O' War, I'd still call it toxic, but I mean, it's an SMG and it's super fun to use. So I love the QQ9. It's so great. I've loved this gun ever since it was released originally, and yeah, I was super hyped when the update told us that this gun was getting buffed. I think like last season or 2 seasons ago. because, you know, we've had the same sort of AR meta for like 6 months now or something. So it's really great to see stuff like the PP19 Bison and the QQ9 making the meta, because this game definitely needs a meta change. And I think that later on we will be having like that huge gun balance update, you know, with changing all the SMGs, ARs, LMGs, and all the snipers as well. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, QQ9 definitely are going to be taking the #1 spot inside Call of Duty Mobile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.